What's going on, everybody? It's DisBearity here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys the quick patch notes for Total War Warhammer 3. Now, keep this in mind that, like I said, this is going to be a quick patch note. So, the races and balance, you guys can go through on yourself. I will be providing a link in the description below so you guys can check it out yourself. But we're going to be looking more so towards the stability, performance, the gameplay, campaign battles, changes, and stuff like that. Because that's more so important to me than like I actually may just go over like certain factions, in terms of their balance and highlights for myself, 'cause especially like the Empire and maybe even Greenskin stuff like that, because those are the factions that I love to play. Before we dive into the patch notes here, guys, definitely consider liking and subscribing. That will be very appreciated, and thank you guys for taking time to watch. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So the first things first is, as you guys know, the Forge of Chaos Dwarfs finally came out here, and so we get 3 new legendary lords here. We get Astragoth Ironhand, Jozolf the Ashen, and Zatan the Black. These guys are, like you see here, collecting boasting unique campaign mechanics, objectives, and units that only the evil minds of the Chaos Dwarfs could forge with their own faithful agenda. Pursue, they do not engage with the Earth's storyline of Realm of Chaos. So Realm of Chaos, I'm surprised that they still support Realm of Chaos, which is very interesting. But that's just me though, because a lot of people just more so play Mortal Empires. I would actually like to see the statistics on how many people actually sit down and play Realm of Chaos like that. I mean, as you guys most know, one playthrough is pretty much enough, basically. So here are a few things. So there's a new character called Gordoos Backstabber, who is a goblin who can see behind your foes, do his legendary heroes. Uh, there's a new chaotic magic called Delor Hashut, which is probably strictly for the Chaos Dwarfs, of course. You can construct a great drill, the Hashut, break open Hashut's domain, and siphon his blood for cataclysmic powers. You can cooperate with your fellow Chaos Dwarfs to obtain district rewards in the Tower of Zar, or usurp others for the seats of the quest for supremacy. There are 26 new units featuring baleful Chaos Dwarf War Machine trains, and also new Kadai destroyers alongside some known of the world's cruelest infernal warriors. Okay, so going down here, also we get the Mirrors of Madness. So the Mirrors of Madness is basically like the laboratory in a sense, but for Warhammer 3. So you get to go through Tzeentch's realm and go through his trials, which is pretty cool. And of course, as they always say, they partner with whoever, like Intel or AMD, in order to promote, which is fine. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys like that kind of thing, go ahead and check that out, and enjoy it. Then we have Yuruka Moldova, who we did a video about her not too long ago. She can be recruited by Kislev and also by the Empire. She is also a vampire, by the way, as well, which is pretty cool. So she can use some lore from vampirism. Another thing, which is what I'm actually surprised that they called this free. I mean, this probably gave them no effort whatsoever, but that is just me. And this is the randomizer any Mortal Empires. I feel like any modder, by the way, could have done this. I mean, hell, I don't know if that's just my opinion. So yeah, basically, if you don't know who to play, just randomize it and call it a day, basically. And so that's really cool. That's why it took them this long to add that in there. So I'm a person who really enjoys stability and also some performance, because in most PC games, especially nowadays, stability in games and stuff are just really shitty. In other words, so they fixed the issue caused modded custom characters to crash in the game opening. Fixed a soft lock when trying to declare war on a player faction, which can have a pending diplomatic negotiations. FPS drops when province tab is open no longer should happen. The potential crash should be going to battle should clean up military forces when leaving the campaign has been fixed. Fixed an intern crash when Gorchuk was killed in an opportune time, causing a memory issue access issue. Wow, that's actually surprising. A crash issue that could occur when siege towers dock on adjacent wall pieces are perpendicular to each other has been fixed, and the crash that has been occurred when the game held data for a province governorship for factions that did not own the province capture. Okay, that's interesting there. All right, so down to the gameplay here. So these are major gameplay changes. So you can now preview the landmark buildings. You get access in a settlement by hovering over it. We introduced a new pack file limit that increases the number of mods that can be hypothetically run simultaneously. So that's pretty cool for the people who like to mod their games. I mean, I do as well. We add a new panel that allows you to search for certain items on the campaign map. There are 2 categories: search for available physical items, settlements and provinces, factions and characters, and landmarks resources, which is really cool. I'm glad that's a decent quality of life feature to add in. Multiple abilities are or incorrectly marked as destructible have been updated game-wide, including those found within the maps for the vampire counts, dwarves, dark elves, and more. Updated the campaign map battle selection for both Realm of Chaos and Immortal Empires campaign maps to ensure that the correct battle tiles are displayed. Increase the effects for a strange comes event for all order factions. New regions and provinces have made their way into the Realm of Chaos and Immortal Empires campaign maps for Warhammer 3. Of course, if they're going to, if they're going to add new DLC, might as well add in new regions and stuff. Not only that, the Earth's place have shifted, caused some to find a new home elsewhere, explore the lands, and discover new settlements and regions, and conquer them if you wish. All right, and alongside additions and relocations, several regions have had their borders adjusted. Certain settlements within those regions have been moved around. Roads have been tweaked where necessary, and a new sea lane has been added between the River Ruin and also for the Frozen Sea. So, rules and systems. Missions that require taking specific regions now complete instantly rather than on the start of your next turn. Fix various land battle maps to prevent reinforcements arriving in inaccessible areas. Fix an issue where sailing into the two sea encounters would sometimes result in a second not working correctly. And update various checkpoints, areas, and campaign map to quick load in ambush battles. And allied recruitment will now take into account into account for military force and values. Okay. So reading here, let's see. Rules and logic, while settlement battles and battles in general have received some improvements in the form of AI adjustments. We monitor feedback closely with some changes we made in 2.2, and we hear your concerns with the following. We hope that alleviate some responses you may be experiencing. So, majorly, they changed a lot of the battle AI here. While settlements AI will no longer double back on the approaching entry point and destruct artillery units that attempt to reform themselves. Updated how attacking AI groups are distributed in wall settlements battle themselves. So that's pretty cool. We were just looking through here, where they are attempting to fix the AI in terms of battling and stuff, which is quite nice. My one thing for me is that they definitely need to fix the anti-player bias, because, like, I don't know, for me, when it comes to, it's like, I love Warhammer 3. My main thing is, like, late game, though, when you're doing, like, I understand that AI, you're the player, and you're better than the AI, no doubt, right? But at the end of the day, though, it's kind of, I hate it when every AI faction decides to attack you and knowing dang straight that, like, you can't fight every battle, but also at the same time, there's no way that you can possibly recover your armies at the same time, so that's something that I just hate. It's like, when you're playing the Empire, it's like, yes, I can deal with all these other factions, right? But, like, when you're constantly being berated and attacked, it's like, okay, what do you want me to do right now? And that's what I hate. So another major one was line of sight, where, as you can see, line of sight has been a 6.1 Warhammer 3's overall battle responses. We're making some adjustments, update 3.0. You'll see. Okay, so the line of sight problem, especially, has been really bad when it comes to missile-based units, because they sometimes will get obstructed by the smallest things, and that line of sight and the logic behind it was just really bad. So now, hope with that line of sight change, with the line of sight change, everything, it will be better. As you guys see here, like with Bretonia, Grand Cathay, Marcus stalls, tents, tables, and other destructible assets, Ogre King's environmental objects, stuff like that. So that's really pretty cool that they, got that fixed and got that tweaked out. So with the races and balance, so we're not gonna go ahead and read all this here. So, but I'll let you guys, of course, in the link description, you can always look at the source there and go through it. But most of the Total War YouTubers already covered all that, so just keep that as a reminder. So we're gonna move on forward here. Okay, so moving on over to the campaign here. They've done general updates, whatnot. They fixed the issue where gold is being awarded to a mission target, such as the settlement being attacked or a faction having declared war against it, is added to the mission owner. Updated the campaign battle selection for both Realm of Chaos and also Immortal Empires. The prologue, the Lost God, fixed the potential soft lock embedding a Frost Maiden into your army during the prologue. Realm of Chaos reduced the number of factions at war with the Ice Court at the start of the Realm of Chaos campaign. Interesting. The visibility of Chaos Realms is now correctly saved upon reloading the game. And then diplomacy, in most cases where factions had a mission-driven confederation, a small boost has been applied to the Confederate faction, making it less likely to die before they can complete the mission. So in battles here, they added new survival battles to get like a horde, basically like horde mode. Or actually, well, technically, survival battles has always been in the game. It's just they reintroduced it to have, I guess add co-op and stuff like that. So it's always been in there. You just hold the capture points, and the onslaughts of waves of enemies are coming, depending on player time, count, survive, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I do like game modes that have like horde mode in it, because it just brings a lot of fun to it. I might be showcasing some of this a lot I mean, that's really interesting to me. Ambush battles, dominant issue with Ultron Raven. Ambush battles where units control are hidden. Updated correctly deployment zones and ambush maps on Ultron coast. So it looks like they fixed a little bit of ambush. You know, my thing with ambush battles, I can never get a decent ambush battle going. Like, I don't know, it feels weird. As the player, every time when I try to ambush the AI just they just know where your ambush is, and oh, your ambush has been discovered, even if you have like 100% or even plus that. I don't know. And but hey, you can always get ambushed from the AI though, which is, I don't know. It's something that I don't know if they can fix now. It's like compared to like the older Total War games like Rome 2 and Medieval and stuff like that. You know, you go into an ambush stance, the AI walks into you, you can ambush them. Like, that's pretty cool. But in Warhammer series, nah, it's really weird. Let's see here. So choke point battles says 6 issues with floating cliff assets on the mountain pass battle map. Fix the floating cliff asset on the Bastion River battle map, and also fix the camera sinking issue on the Crystal Mountains. Okay, oh yeah. Improve the terrain readability and add new assets to Dark Lake Circle. So domination battles fixed an issue with Skybox Broken Leg Gilly, and adjusted the force in the bottom tier Arnheim to better balance the map on both sides. Well, luckily I do not do domination. I don't feel for domination anymore. So it looks like they did a tremendous amount of fixes for certain maps for land battles, which is really cool. Something with settlement battles there, you know, major settlement fixes, which is great. So yeah, this is a huge patch. I will say this for sure. Yeah, so they follow this there. They fixed a lot of things there. So from a person who likes to play a lot of multiplayer, this is pretty cool here. So they're doing a couple of map rotations, so it's actually pretty cool. I'm glad we shifted around. I'm actually, you know what's crazy to me? What's crazy to me is that they don't have a function within the game already for multiplayer where weekly it changes the maps automatically without them having to update the patch, which I'm really surprised that they have not done this yet. I'm honestly just amazed. Like, I know they can do it. Like, have it like, in something in the game eternally, or have it, well, like, I don't know if you probably have to be connected to servers to do that, but there should be a way to just rotate the maps out freely, you know, without having to wait for a patch, which is pretty dumb in my opinion, you know. The game here, they fixed articulated vehicle collision overhaul. So I'm guessing what that means is that let's see here, a large white box image is articulated in the collision because this was the only part of the vehicle that could collide with the other units. These units experience difficulties in turning while surrounded in melee, ultimately leading to a situation where they could get stuck. Oh yeah, that's good changes there, very good changes. So they visually updated the Lord of Fire. I mean, of course, if they're doing the Lord has shoot and adding new spells, then they definitely update the visuality of fire. So that's really good. And let's see, graphics, they fix a lot of character graphics too, which is real nice. So like, yeah, this patch honestly is pretty great here so far, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So like I said, guys, this is like a quick look at the patch notes. Like, this wasn't like a major like going down deep dive and stuff like that, because I know a lot of other bigger YouTubers already did that because they have early access to this. But from reading here, I'm gonna keep reading it like personally myself, but looking here, this seems to be a lot of great changes here, but hopefully they can get things like even better and bring out a roadmap too. Let's see. So up next, I saw a compelling taking off this use of life. We thank you for joining us on Twitch. Apologies for vocal course who foolishly chose to verbalize these patch notes. Yes. However, this just the start of 3.0. We shall be keeping close on your feedback and can in fact confirm that update 3.1 is actually very rapidly approaching, because we believe, as hard as it is, we go for more stuff ready to deploy as we can fit into this release. We shan't go into the details here, but we surely had our fill by now, but expect to get fixed base wholesome note 3.1 in a few weeks. So please come this far. Let's complete our journey into Warhammer 3. So looks like nothing else is special added towards the bottom here. No, like, so they said that there's plenty more to come. Plenty can be anything coming from CA these days. But all right, so these passions, though, thank y'all for coming up through and watching. I do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed me reading this quick passions, please remember to like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell down below to be notified on any future videos. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good one. Peace out, y'all. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.